Hey everybody, what's going on? It's election day in the United States, so I hope everybody stays safe. At the same time, we had an amazing big update on Rooneys, so I'm going to do that right now and share some pretty cool news about the EMP project for me, guys. And I'm also going to do my town recall post a little bit later today, so make sure you're on that Hive post if you want to win that 2000 DEC. But let's try to do this quick because we're on a little bit of a timer. In fact, let's just get the thing that's gonna maybe run out of time done first. So I had something pretty amazing happen to me yesterday. I couldn't get on stream to share it with anybody, but if you understand the EMP project, if you've been following my videos at all, and if you've been thinking about getting into the generator, oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong one here, where you get to stake SPS and BNB tokens, and theoretically, if the project is successful, just keep on getting a return on those tokens forever. Well, you can, hopefully know that BNB goes up. Binance did some big moves today. I'm not going to talk about the SB Sam Bankman-Fried stuff and him because you probably already watched like 12 videos about that today. But the BNB pumped, and so now in turn, eventually, hopefully, SPS will have its pump, and this will be a really good liquidity pool to be earning off of. But this system is gamified with these lottery winners. And so the other day, I put just a little bit more money into this pool and I won the lotto for the first time. It was pretty amazing. I won 366 tokens. That is currently worth $3,700. That pumped up my deposited money into this $6,000 range now. So it more than doubled my current deposit that I had put in here myself. Now, given I cannot claim that money, I cannot get it out. That's not the way their system works. But I now, in my old payout was around $20. Now it's at more than doubled, $45 a day. I'm going to have to make these videos in the future a little bit earlier because this is on UTC time. So it is moved up into the day now. It's about to be claimed at 2 p.m. my time. But I'm just going to be doing a compound today. I usually compound during the week. I'll do a claim video on the weekend. This last weekend, I had sick kids. I was too busy. I couldn't make a video of me doing it. So I just went ahead and compounded. And you'll see here when you do these compounds, as long as you get at least 0.5 or $5 per day, which does require a decent amount of a discount, you get lotto tickets. So what would be my chance of winning the lotto 2 days in a row? Well, right now it is 11 out of 501 tickets. Another thing that's kind of interesting, there is a leading depositor right now with only 16 LPs deposited. Now, normally the largest depositor prize is 361. Now, this won't probably win. In the next 9 minutes, there is probably someone that's going to come in and do a bigger deposit than this. But people have been able to win this prize of $3,000 with deposits around, as you can see here, of $2,000. So this is a prime time if you've thought about getting into the generator contract to perhaps join. And then maybe you could get lucky like me and increase your payout pretty amazingly. Because basically, I was hoping to be at this number in near the end of this year, and now I just jumped up to it, and that's pretty cool. And now when I compound, I'm getting 11 tickets, whereas before I was getting 5. So overall, just a happy day. Ooh, somebody just got a ticket, so they did their compound. It's just pretty cool. And I'm actually going to maybe play around with trying to do a sniper deposit. And if I do that, we'll do it live and we'll see if it works. But I have to wait until I can get together, around $2,000 worth of LP tokens on the outside of the app and be ready to dump those into the contract to see if I can, snake this. And I have to do a little bit studying and watch those prizes to see which days of the week, I think I can actually win it. Okay, now let's get into the big news of the day on Rooneys. So we got a post out today from Splinterlands, and wow, did they completely change Rooneys. So let's get over this quickly. So this stuff right here is all, we knew this. There's a maximum of 6,500. It doesn't look like they're all going to mint at this point unless this post changes their mind on maybe minting a few more. And Ethereum is down today, so if you have cash, I might actually mint maybe 2 more. But so so we have until November 25th to get our hands on as many Roonies as you can. And why might you want them? Well, we all know about staking in them in game to use it, right? I only need one. I'm going to stake it into the game and I'm going to play with it. So they finally explained. Oh, that was my alarm to do that compound. Sorry. They finally explained how Rooney reconstruction will work, and basically, they did apologize a little bit, maybe, or didn't really apologize, but explained that the OpenSea thing didn't really explain properly how this would work. They are not actually, and let me switch over to the Ethereum mainnet. Oops, I clicked off of the post on accident. Where did it go? Oh, I clicked off. I had to click back into it. Sorry about that. They are not going to let us swap components between 2 different Roonies. What they're going to let you do is take Rooney 1 and say, I would like to burn Rooney 2. And when I burn Rooney 2, I can take any of the components that Rooney has and I can put them onto my Rooney and replace ones that he has. So let's go ahead and go over here to OpenSea. And give you an example. Let's say I owned these 2 Roonies, so I don't have to go to my page. And I wanted this gold cloak over here. I don't know why I would do that when you're talking about these 2 Roonies. But then I would burn this Rooney, and it would go away, and the gold cloak would go here, and maybe I also want the green core. So then I'd have the gold cloak with the green core, with this arm and this head. And then this one right here is poof, gone from existence. That means that once this starts, whatever Rooney number we're at is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, because we're not trading pieces like we had thought. We are burning a Rooney to steal those pieces and move them to another one. That is completely changing my plans with mine. I got to rethink it and making me maybe want to own a few more of these. Why? Well, let's go back to the post. Okay, so now when you do that, your Rooney that you keep, the one that you've burned pieces into, is going to be considered like a double BCX Rooney. And you can burn as many as you want into it. Some might be 4 or 5. But why might you want to do that? Well, because they're saying that if they do anything in the game where they drop something to Rooney owners, give Rooney owners access to something, you would get a multiple depending on how many Roonies have been dumped into yours. So if they were, giving Rooney people 1 Chaos Legion pack a day for 1 month or something like that, and you had burned 5 into your very cool looking Rooney, well, you would get 5 packs a day. So the reward pool, whatever we mint, that's what the reward pool of Roonies will be based on, but you might have far less Roonies all dumped into one. The other thing I talked about here in this one is big for me because one of the biggest complaints I've been talking about with people is that stupid gray background. And that gray background just takes up so much of your NFT. It's not very cool. It's very dull. It makes things boring. Well, they're saying there's going to be Rooney badges. And Rooney badges are going to be separate in your Ethereum NFTs that basically they're going to have a way for you to buy these. And then you can stake them to your NFT. And then your NFT in the background could get a badge. So like think of like titles in Splinterlands, but more of that. They said there could be certain badges that might be created for certain brands, certain other NFT communities. Think YGG gamers, they might want to create a badge and then they can only give that badge to their guild members to put on their Rooney, so that when their Rooney is being played within the Splinterlands game, it's advertising for the YGG guild. These are the kind of things that I can see happening with these. So it is very, very cool. So, and also now if you're on OpenSea, instead of having this boring black background, you might have like YGG over here, Splinterlands OG over here, I don't know, whatever, the Gambler or the High Roller if you went to Splinterfest, or maybe Splinterfest attendee badge. You could have them plastered all over the back. And depending on how they let you mosaic, maybe your background could go from this boring gray thing to this very, very cool, like kind of mosaic of all the badges that you have earned that you've put into your NFT. Those badges will be tradable on OpenSea, and you will be able to unstake them from the NFT and then sell them. So if one of your badges became really rare and you decided you wanted to sell it, you could take it off of your guy and sell it. Now, they did say that all of these moving arounds of things are going to take Ethereum fees. So if you're not an Ethereum user, and we don't know when fees will ever be cheap, and they never will be super cheap from what I understand, you just are going to have to live with that. Now, they said that they're going to do an additional utility. So they started talking about some of the utility that they have planned. Now, none of this is completely vetted out yet, but the first thing of it is, if you have a lot of Rooneys, maybe allow you to stake your Rooneys to your guilds in a guild building that lets you have some kind of bonus. Now, they haven't said what guild building that will be. They haven't said if we'll have to level it up or if you just have to stake Rooneys to it. But now all of a sudden, somebody like me that owns 5 Rooneys, given I'm still planning to give one away eventually, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. So but the guilds are, we'll get some kind of bonus basically because I have some extra ones. Like, I'll stake one to my account for the game, and then after I give one away, I'll have 3 left. In theory, I'll be able to go ahead and stake those 3 to the guild. And so theoretically, the guild will be happy that I'm a member. We don't know what the bonuses are or how they work or what they're going to do, but there's going to be some kind of staking thing probably in the more near term. This is to give some immediate utility to people so that they have a reason to own more than one Rooney. Land, they have confirmed, and they had already kind of hinted on that Rooney was going to maybe be able to be staked on land. Now they're saying that he absolutely will be able to be staked on land. And if you have a Rooney that has multiple Rooneys burnt into him, then you're going to go ahead and be able to get multiple times that bonus that a Rooney would normally give a land. So now the best land in the game is going to be a legendary land with a legendary totem with a legendary gold foil Rooney that has burned other gold foil Rooneys or other Rooneys into it at a higher level. So maybe there'll be a Rooney battle for the person that has the one land in the game that produces the most resources. This could be very cool. Again, 2023, hopefully, for land. The other thing that they talked about is this membership idea. There's been this idea that maybe they could introduce something like a Splinterlands Game Pass, where you pay $10 or $20 a month, you get a Game Pass, you get access to some special tournaments, you get a couple packs airdropped to you, and maybe you even get like a card skin given to you each month. That would be a way to maybe give the game some extra revenue that they could do for some extra things, and a way to add some special things into the game for people. People kind of like that idea, but Splinterlands didn't really understand of a good way to market it and sell it, because Web 2 and Web 3 don't work that well together, and taking payments is a problem. We've all seen Transact and all the problems that that's had, and they're looking for a new person to, take their payments, and the PayPal stuff is hit or miss. It's all kind of a mess. So they said, you know what, instead of doing that, what if we have owning a Rooney as a way to get into this membership? They mentioned that this membership would be kind of similar to Monster Mavericks, who get access to the QA servers, who get to test things out, who get access to a chat room that have Matt and Aggroed in them, so sometimes we can actually debate them in person in the chat. These kind of things are just the things that Monster Mavericks get to do, but maybe going forward they're going to have another kind of special chat room and another kind of, but it might even have more benefits. The fact that you are a Rooney holder, and maybe they'll have another room for the people that own 5 Roonies, and maybe they'll have another one for the people that own 10. And maybe they'll even have one for people who own 25 or 100 Roonies. This could be very. What if like the 100 Rooney room only had like 2 or 3 people, and it was you 2 or 3 people with Matt and Aggroed, and they leak stuff to you first in there. I don't know. Could be kind of wild. At the end, after going over all of these new things, he's just like, hey, mint while you can. You don't have a lot of time. We don't know what's going to happen. So what's going to happen here, Do you guys think we're going to have Rooneys start to get minted? Is this number going to start to move? I can tell you today, with the dip in Ethereum, I'm seriously considering going ahead and coming and buying 2 or 3 more Rooneys, because when I look at my collection, I had told you guys kind of what I had planned to do before, right? So this is my 5th one. If anyone hasn't seen it that I minted, I got a rare head and I got a rare crown and I got, I don't remember. I think the rest of it is all 5%, like regular common stuff. And I got a boring background. So now I have these two, but I can't do what I wanted to do, right? Like I wanted to put just this armor onto here. But if I did that, then I would burn my epic helm and burn this. So now whatever chest piece I want to I have to buy a Runi with it. Like I'd have to, and I can't just put this chest piece onto here because then I would burn my popper topper. So since these are both common, and when I'm actually looking at what I currently have, what I would probably do is burn this one, moving the hat and the head. Oh, I don't even know. It's so hard. See, all of a sudden, now that I have to burn them, I'm like, what the hell do I do? Like, I want to move this. I want this body here or this body here, but I can't burn my one with a colored background. Those are super rare. So he's totally messed me up. There's no easy way to do this. I totally need to own like a shit ton more Roonies to just burn them away. So now I have to go component shopping and literally be buying Roonies because I just want to burn them. Because it's like, okay, I want an orangish armor on this one, right? So let's go to the Rooney page. Where's one that has a kind of, oh, here we go, right? That robe. Let me see. That robe and that core. Let's double check. You might see me buy one in this video. I have enough Ethereum to pick up that one, right? So I'd have like kind of that gold core instead of this purple core, that robe with the head. I don't know though, the robe with the Viking horns, is that a winner? Maybe leave me a comment. I won't buy it yet, but the robe with a Viking horn or this one over here that's like just got that orangish body with an orange core, that's kind of interesting. What would be one more that might be interesting on here? That one is interesting for the purple, for the one with the popper topper. Doobie doobie doo. I'm looking. Maybe that would be interesting. I don't know. I could even replace the head because the head is the same rarity as mine. Maybe I would leave the core. I mean, there's just, oh no, purple core. Yeah, so I could throw that body, that head, and keep these things. I don't know. They're literally, somebody needs to make a site, I've heard, where you can take two Roonies and kind of have it swap out the pieces so that you can figure out what's going on. But I don't want to let the video go any longer, so we'll end with the last thing. Now that I know that we have to burn the Roonies to give them away, we can't really trade them, and I don't really know exactly when I'll be able to do this because the post did say component swapping is pretty far off. I have decided to go ahead and give away this Rooney here. I did say I'd be giving one away. I did kind of hint it would probably be this one. So the giveaway will be starting relatively soon. I just have to learn how to set it all up. I'll be doing that this week. And hopefully by Wednesday night or my Sunday Splinterlands TV, I'll be able to announce the Rooney giveaway starting. Thanks everyone and have a good day.